out comes this girl. She's in her early 20s. She's a blonde. She's about 5'3" or 4, and just the right size, just the right proportion. She's just gorgeous, this little girl. She's wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, and she gets in my cab. And I think, okay. Then she says she wants to go to the pub, Mud Hunters, so we're up in that part of town. She went into Mud Hunters to pick up something. I don't know what it was, a 6-pack of beer or something. Maybe it's still in the back seat of my cab. I don't know what she picked up. But she was sitting way back in the back seat, because it's a van. It has a bench seat behind me and a seat behind that. And from the back seat, she wants to go onto a certain street, and she wants to sit in the back so that nobody can see her. And of course, we've got the blacked out windows. Nobody can see her. So she wants to drive past her ex-boyfriend's house. She hasn't talked to him in 3 days. And I'm thinking, okay, we'll go around the block a couple times, and then she will decide to see him. Starbucks coffee. Anyway, this might be a two-parter because it's a big story.
I ain't going anywhere.
No, you're not. So anyway, I drive her around the block and around the block and around the block, and she tells me about her ex-boyfriend and how she's attached to the ex-boyfriend's little daughter, but they haven't spoken in 3 days because they had a fight, and on and on and on and on and on. And it turned out that he's a jealous guy, and if she was in a pub somewhere talking to other guys, it would be, you know, it's terrible, it's bad, it's no good. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, you're in your early 20s, you know, you got some living to do, and you will learn, you will live with life experience, blah, 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 blah. And she told me about her father, and she told me about her grandparents, and she told me about her mother, and she told me about her whole family, everything. She told me everything, her entire life story. And she was so happy that there was just somebody to listen to her and somebody to hear what she was saying, and I just said the right things at the right time, you know, just...
Oh, you're such a good guy.
Yeah, I'm such a good guy. And then she wanted to stop for a coffee. She said she just want to hang out. She feels like I'm her friend, and on and on and on and on
you're
and
going,
on.
Oh, yeah,
and
baby.
I'm going, do I need this now? Do I need this now? And I'm thinking, no, I don't really need this. I'll be nice, and I'll sit with her and have a coffee, chat a little bit, and so on and so on. And she says, well, let's go to my house. And I say, well, I can take you to your house. That's no problem, but I can't go in.
Right answer, honey.
I can't go in, even though she's drop dead
gorgeous.
Exactly.
Even in sweatpants.
Oh, she's a babe.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
You know,
I hear you.
You know, it's like, so we're in the driveway at her place, and she wants a hug. Okay, I give her a hug. We're in the car. I give her a hug. And I'm thinking, oh, does that feel good? Oh, does that hug feel good? It's not like your hug, naturally. But it feels good in a different way. You know, it's just a different hug. You know. And she's taunting me. It's like, oh, come on, you can come in just for a couple minutes. And I said, no, I can't. I have to get back to work. And she's telling me that she just moved in there. She used to live in another part of town, and she moved impulsively. And she's like 22 or 23 years old. It's like, she's like a child to me. But, oh, what a child.
Honey, please don't forget who you're talking to here.
I'm being dead honest with you, hon.
Yes, you are.
Okay. No, these are what I was feeling, you know.
Okay.
And then I say, well, she says that she lives alone in this little place, in basement suite, and she says, well, where do you live? And I say, well, I live over in Cordova Bay. See Cordova Bay right here? Cordova Bay? See this? Okay. I live here, okay? And she says, well, do you live with someone? I said, yes, I do. She says, is she your wife? And for all intents and purposes, I said, yes. She says, she's a lucky lady to have you.
Yes, I am.
So, needless to say, I didn't do anything, but I was so tempted. Because she was, you know, 20 years ago, I dreamed of girls like this coming onto me. And now that I'm in my mid-40s, it's finally happening. Why the fuck didn't this happen 25 years ago?
Because you weren't a good listener back then.
I probably wasn't. I was a little asshole, wasn't I?
You're a good listener now, and you know what to say. And
holy fuck. She wanted me in the worst way to come in with her. I just couldn't do it.
Why not?
Because I would feel
cheap.
I just wouldn't feel right about it. Even though we sort of have an open kind of relationship but have never acted on it, I still don't feel right about it. Why? What's so funny? I've just had my emotions just
toyed with.
Not only toyed with, I mean totally put through the ringer, and it's heavy. You know, I could not deal with the emotional side of it, of being with this luscious little blonde. I just couldn't, you know. I have I can't relate to where she is in her life.
Yeah.
You know,
and you just needed to talk about it.
Well, I had to let it out, you know. I couldn't keep this bottled up inside.
Oh my. So,
she even
being a taxi driver is not all that bad. It's not all negative.
No, it's not negative. I mean, I could have. You know, there are other guys my age who dream about this kind of thing happening and it doesn't, you know. And here I am going, no, I'm sorry, you know, I can't.
So, if I hadn't been in the picture, you could have been. You could have.
Instant girlfriend, but I don't know how long it would have lasted. Because emotion.
Would you have cared?
My problem is I would have. Emotionally, I can't deal with a 22-year-old.
Well, for a romp in the hay, you could.
For a romp, I could have maybe, but beyond that, no. And
well, maybe. So what? Who cares? A romp in the hay.
Yeah.
Do you have her number? No.
She has mine.
Uh-oh.
In case she wants to talk sometime.
Uh-oh. This could be a problem.